Why don't we just set fire to the damn house? Pull up the carpet. The carpet needs to go.
How the hell am I going to get to your carpet? There's 400 bags of this on top of it.
There's not a damn thing wrong. They could be taken out of a bath. They could be washed.
Really?
You don't have to wash them. I'll wash them. Go ahead and take it.
Can you even handle that mess? David, Vula's son, spills the tea on the chaotic state of his mother's house, which is crammed from floor to ceiling with, yes, cat poop. He shares his disgust for the odor that would make anyone gag and his shock that his mom calls this disaster zone home. This scene sets the stage for the wild ride we're on. Buckle up because there's more chaos where that came from.
Mom's house, horrible. It's just filled from the floor to the ceiling, cat feces everywhere. The stench will make you gag the second you walk into it. It's just sickening to your stomach to think that she's capable of living in those conditions.
You won't believe what's next. Vula's love affair with clutter gets real as the video showcases her daily treasure hunts at Goodwill, hunting down those unique finds. She explains how the thrill of snagging bargains gives her a high, revealing the psychological hold that hoarding has on her. It's an emotional roller coaster tied to a love of shopping that most can't fathom. Stay tuned. The intervention coming up is nothing short of epic.
Mine is her whole life.
Hey, home away from home. I could go to Goodwill every day of the week, and every day of the week it's different. I'm not quivering, but this is one I've never seen before. Interesting.
If she finds the bargain,
It's the chase. It's the going and the anticipation of finding it.
Get ready for the cleanup saga to kick into high gear. Matt Paxton, an extreme cleaning guru, lays out the game plan, stressing the major hurdles of infectious waste and a plethora of cats. This segment shows the crew gearing up for a mammoth task, with animal protection stepping in to handle the feline situation. The urgency is palpable, folks. Just you wait. The next bit is a real jaw-dropper.
A lot of work to do. But before we even get started, we've got to get all the cats out of the house.
Okay.
This is going to be a totally different cleanup than we're used to. You've got infectious waste, and you've got a bunch of cats. We've got our animal handlers here, and they're going to walk us through what we're going to do.
I'm Heather Ferguson. I'm with Animal Protection of New Mexico, and we're going to make sure that we very carefully and compassionately remove each cat from your home.
This mess will make your jaw drop. As Paxton describes Vula's home as the worst hoard he's ever seen, the need for a decontamination station paints a grim picture of the severe health risks lurking in the chaos. The revelation of this extreme neglect highlights the dangerous conditions for both humans and animals involved. Watch out because the drama intensifies in the upcoming scenes.
This is the worst hoard I've ever seen. Have you seen anything worse than this? No, I've never seen. Nope. It's unbelievable. There's not a single clean surface in this house.
This is a bad one. We even have to have a decontamination station for the first time ever.
Are you ready for some fireworks? During a fiery confrontation in the cleanup process, Vula clashes head-on with Matt Paxton. She fiercely denies the contamination of her cherished possessions, while Paxton insists on the urgent need to discard them for safety. This heated moment showcases the emotional struggles hoarders face in acknowledging the grim realities of their living conditions. Hang tight, because the showdown that follows is a real kicker.
We're gonna have to clash right now.
This is all contaminated.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. She's a hoarder. She's awesome at this. She can avoid and deny anything.
I'm not dead.
I got a bag of dead cats already.
These are porcelain plates. They could be...
Things are about to get even more intense. Dr. Shabad, a psychologist specializing in OCD and compulsive hoarding, steps in to try and pierce Vula's denial about the severity of her situation. This critical intervention highlights the necessary psychological support for hoarders, shedding light on the profound emotional connections to their possessions. The finale is coming up next, and trust me, it's a heart-tugger.
Clinical psychologist who specializes in OCD and compulsive hoarding.
You're in a position now that if this place, we don't address this place right now.
But I don't want my entire life ripped out and put in a garbage bag when it doesn't have to be.
Oh, no, it's
We
not
have to let him help
garbage.
you, Mom.
Prepare for some emotional turbulence. The episode wraps up with a poignant reflection on the toll Vula's hoarding has taken on her family relationships. Despite some progress in cleaning up, the property is ultimately condemned, leaving Vula potentially facing life in a shelter. This final moment highlights the deep emotional and social impacts of hoarding, wrapping up an episode filled with drama, tears, and a bit of hope. You won't believe how it all ends, so keep watching.
I'll do what I can to keep her alive for many years to come.
But nobody can fix her.
Willing to admit that she has a problem.
But she is a long way from getting well. I have no sense that she is really going to recover from this illness.
Can you believe how a shopping spree brings her joy? Deborah admits her addiction to shopping, describing it as an adventure that makes her feel good. She showcases a belt, highlighting its color and bling, representing her compulsive buying tendencies. This scene introduces the depth of her hoarding issue related to clothes and accessories. Just when you think it's just shopping, buckle up for what's next.
Shopaholic.
Shopping makes me feel good just because I get out. It's like an adventure.
This is a pretty belt. What did you like about it?
I like the color and I like the bling.
Sometimes Deborah will purchase things and she's not too sure where she hid it.
Deborah's husband, Raymond, discusses the financial toll of Deborah's hoarding, estimating her credit card debt to be close to $50,000. This revelation underscores the severe economic impact of her hoarding behavior on their family's finances. Raymond's concern reflects the broader implications of hoarding beyond just physical clutter. Brace yourself. The emotional roller coaster is just picking up speed.
I think she likes the satisfaction of having something new.
I've wasted a lot of money, $30,000 or more.
$30,000 is a low figure.
Did they really just say that out loud? Raymond expresses his fears about the future of their family if Deborah continues hoarding, indicating he might seek a divorce. This moment highlights the strain hoarding places on their relationship and the potential breaking point for Raymond if things do not improve. It paints a stark picture of the emotional toll hoarding has on family dynamics. You won't believe how the cleanup goes down.
I will seek a divorce.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger, professional organizing expert, and I specialize in hoarding. Got a big clothing hoard today. It's crazy.
Is letting go really that hard? Watch this. During a cleanup session, Deborah struggles with letting go of items, leading to tension between her and the organizing expert, Dorothy. Dorothy attempts to help Deborah prioritize, but Deborah resists, illustrating the emotional difficulty hoarders experience when parting with their possessions. This scene captures the challenging process of decluttering for a hoarder. The air is about to get thick with family drama, so keep watching.
This is gonna take forever, Dorothy.
Yep. Who wears this?
My nephew's daughter will wear that.
We don't have time for you to think about this.
Well, I'll give it to her. I mean, why throw away a brand new thing?
Because you don't have space.
I understand, but I'll just give it to her. It's not like a problem.
Time for a therapy intervention, and not a minute too soon. A therapist, Dr. Melville Green, steps in to address communication issues between Deborah and her family during the cleanup. He highlights the emotional disconnect and lack of understanding, emphasizing the need for better communication. This intervention shows the psychological support required in dealing with hoarding behavior. Hang on, because the biggest emotional wave is about to crash.
Translation, I never feel heard.
This is very true. You never listen to us.
Do you really want this? Because this is what it's gonna take. It's gonna take a lot of practice. Are you willing to do the work? I gave them a way out.
I can't think of a reason why not.
Ready for the grand reveal? Here it comes. The reveal of the cleaned house triggers a negative emotional reaction from Deborah, who is upset about the changes, particularly the new color scheme, which she dislikes. This climax shows the complexity of hoarding as a mental health issue, where even positive changes can lead to significant emotional distress. Deborah's reaction underscores the deep emotional attachment hoarders have to their belongings and their environment. The aftermath of this reveal is a must-see. Don't go anywhere.
And Deborah's bawling her eyes out.
Been disappointed so much. I know.
Looking at her, the average person would think, what a jerk. But this is the illness. You see something different than what they see.
Get ready for a wild ride. Hannah introduces herself with zest as a proud cotton picker, ridge runner, and stump jumper who manages a small but lively farm of nearly 4.5 acres. She passionately describes her menagerie, including chickens, ducks, geese, turkeys, goats, and sheep. Her introduction really sets the stage for understanding her deep attachment to her animals and her rugged way of life. Keep your eyes peeled. Her take on hoarding is up next, and it's quite the perspective.
I'm Hannah, and I'm a cotton-picking ridge runner, stump jumper. Damn proud of it. I raise chickens, goats, and sheep. All right, I'm coming now. Yeah, I hear you. LaWanda, I'll slap you, you don't listen. Down, daggone you!
You've got to hear this. Hannah's got a whole philosophy on hoarding. She explains her view on keeping items that might be useful later, especially since she doesn't have the funds to buy new things, describing this not as hoarding, but as prudent saving. This rationalization highlights her perspective on resourcefulness versus hoarding. She passionately defends her lifestyle choices, emphasizing self-reliance in challenging financial circumstances. Hang tight, because the shocking reveal of her living conditions is just around the corner.
Throw away anything that I can use later. I don't call that a hoarder. I call it keeping what you need to buy, gosh, when you don't have money to go buy it later.
And I'm Hannah's daughter. Mom's been living in the single wide for about 2 years now with chickens.
Buckle up for this one. Hannah's daughter, Linda, paints a stark picture of the dire conditions inside the trailer where Hannah lives with about 50 chickens. The lack of basic amenities like heating and a functional kitchen paints a vivid picture of the severe and unhealthy living environment created by Hannah's hoarding. Next up, the animal welfare concerns will really pull at your heartstrings.
It is bad, really bad. Mom does not have heat in the single wide. She doesn't have anything to cook on but a hot plate. Mom can't even get to her kitchen sink.
The trailer and back into my house where I don't freeze my behaggies off all winter long.
This next bit is a real heartbreaker. Becky, Hannah's oldest daughter, shares her deep frustration and sadness over the conditions in which the animals are kept, likening it to torture. She hesitates to confront her mother for fear of her explosive temper, highlighting the emotional and ethical dilemmas the family faces due to Hannah's actions. But wait, the drama kicks up a notch as we see how the professionals step in.
The animals are being more than tortured. They're not having a life. These animals are in prison.
They're all in okay shape as far as I know. If there's any of them there's something wrong with them, it's more than I know about.
She treats those animals the way she treated us kids.
Watch as the sparks fly during this professional intervention. Dr. Robin Zasio, a psychologist specializing in hoarding, attempts to engage with Hannah to assess her situation. Hannah's fierce resistance and palpable anger towards any change become evident, as Dr. Zasio describes the overwhelming state of the trailer. This segment underscores the daunting challenges professionals face when dealing with extreme hoarding cases. Strap in, because the confrontation that's up next is a doozy.
Walking me around and showing me the things that were troubling her and where she was needing help.
Be careful because you'll fall through the floor there.
When I walked in the trailer, I was almost speechless.
Things are about to get even hotter. During the cleanup, Hannah adamantly resists disposing of any items, staunchly emphasizing her ownership and control over everything. The tension escalates quickly as she confronts the cleanup crew, asserting her authority and rejecting any suggestions to alter her living space. This fiery confrontation vividly illustrates the intense personal conflicts that hoarding can provoke. But the family drama that unfolds next is even more explosive. Get ready for an emotional whirlwind.
Ain't nothing going out of here.
I'm telling you, half of this is trash.
I don't care what you're telling me. I'm telling you. I own it. You don't.
Correct. She's arousal. Lets you know that you're bugging her. She makes a lot of noise. Tries to. I'd like to get this out of here.
It's going to stay right where it is.
Okay, so we want to get, the goal was to give your goats more space. You're saying this is not.
Grab some popcorn for this family showdown. A heated argument breaks out among family members when discussing Hannah's condition and the intervention. The conflict spirals as accusations fly and emotional pleas are exchanged, exposing the deep-seated family tensions exacerbated by Hannah's hoarding behavior. The emotional roller coaster continues. Watch as the final efforts to help Hannah unfold in the next segment.
Now, by God, there's no damn sense of you getting out here, sticking your damn nose in my business. It's none of your business.
Reason, Hannah, and that was to make your life better, right?
My animal source of hell won't make it
okay,
better.
but it also, we need to make the animal's life better as well.
And this damn bull
Here comes the grand finale, and it's a tough one. The episode wraps up with some animals being rehomed and Hannah stubbornly refusing further help, casting a grim outlook on her situation. Despite the concerted efforts of family and professionals, Hannah remains in denial about her hoarding and the animals' living conditions. This concluding part highlights the complex and often unresolved nature of hoarding cases. What's next for Hannah might just be the toughest chapter yet. Stay tuned, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Animals, and she's refusing all help at this point. This is extremely poor, probably the worst of any hoarder I've ever worked with.
Can you believe how everything turned upside down? Kelly, Robin's daughter, introduces herself with a nostalgic smile, reminiscing about her first impressions of the house when she moved in at 23. She fondly remembers the home being impeccably neat, a stark contrast to its current disarray.
My name is Kelly, and I'm Robin's daughter. When I moved into the house, I was about 23. As I remember, it was really neatly kept.
I'm Festus, and I'm Robin's father. Robin painted and did a lot of things that my wife wanted just so and so. It was like a...
Snuffy, Robin's brother, steps into the scene, clearly baffled, explaining that someone finally reported their house due to an unbearable smell. He's genuinely puzzled why it took neighbors so long to act, noting the smell hit you like a brick wall before even stepping onto the porch. This moment underscores just how severe the hoarding situation had gotten.
I'm Snuffy, and I'm Robin's brother. Someone reported the house for the smell. Why they waited as long as they did, I don't know. You didn't have to walk into the house to smell it. You could smell it before you were even on the porch. It was that bad.
We were going to get it cleaned up little by little and take care of everything.
Matt Paxton, the extreme cleaning specialist, makes a grand entrance with his team, ready to tackle the chaos. He lays out the plan with a reassuring tone, emphasizing the need to respect Robin's sense of control over the cleanup process. Managing the delicate balance of control is key in dealing with hoarding behavior.
To clean this house out, you and your family can get back in. I'm Matt Paxton, I'm an extreme cleaning specialist. She is going to get to go through every single thing. So every box comes by her, she looks in there. Hoarding, it's about control, respect. She feels like she has no control anywhere else in her life. This is what she controls. Thank you for letting us do this. I know this is really hard for you to let us in your home and trust us.
As they begin the cleanup, Matt is immediately assaulted by the stench of cat feces, which he declares as one of the top contenders for the worst he's ever encountered. The visual of 3 feet of cat feces where the family once dined paints a grim picture of neglect.
You walk in the house, I mean, the first thing, smell just smacks you in the face. This is all cat feces. She was forced out of this house from the hoarding. This is her dining room table. It's 3 feet of cat feces. I think really we're cleaning up the cat's house for the last.
Dr. Lisa Hale, armed with her expertise in psychology, voices a pressing concern about the slow pace of the cleanup. She insists on a 75% increase in efficiency, all while maintaining the therapeutic integrity of the process due to the severe crisis condition of the house.
Umbrellas, I want them.
I have a little bit of concern again about the speed of the clean right now. 75%.
Well, we're trying.
Okay. Is that Grandma?
Yeah, but it's to keep. What's in there?
Looking at every bag and making decisions, looking in every pocket.
Is there stuff inside of it, though?
Upon investigating the upper floor, the team confronts severe structural dangers, including holes that let daylight through the floor. The decision to halt cleaning upstairs marks a significant blow to Robin and Kelly's hopes of salvaging more from their past. This scene highlights just how destructive hoarding can be to a physical structure.
It's like a rat's nest, but I'm not even sure what it is. It's so unsafe up here. It's just, it's beyond, it's just unbelievable. Tears it apart, literally. I mean, the foundation is ruined. This house is ruined.
An expert assesses the extensive damage to the home's structure and utilities, pointing out major issues from plumbing to electrical systems and even the furnace. While not explicitly stating the house needs to be demolished, the implied costs of repair hint at an uphill battle. This critical evaluation sets the stage for the tough choices ahead concerning the home's future.
That was really bad news because there are a few more things that Mom wanted to save. A lot of lost memories in there.
Holes in the ceiling.
I just wanted to let you know what we found and what our plans are to deal with the situation. And electrical all need attention, need to be looked at to make sure it's in working condition.